A lot of the material for this class is going to be from an Internal Revenue Service site, which makes sense since we're talking about income taxes. And in particular, there's a training program out there for VITA volunteers, which is a volunteer tax preparation service for people. But we're not going to do that. So you're going to see references in here to some things which you can just ignore when it's talking about interviewing people for their tax preparation. That's if you were doing this as a volunteer tax service. But we're just going to be learning the information behind it. So I'm going to be giving you a series of links to look at, this is an example of one you'll look at. And you'll see some tabs up here at the top. You'll see a main menu, and you can see the drop down which goes to various things. If you want to print anything, it has a print option there. It has a help, which will help you know what all these buttons mean if you don't remember from this video. There's a glossary which has a lot of the information in there, which is I think the same no matter where you are, but there's a lot of things in here which you can check out if you are unfamiliar with some terminology. And then references is important. If you open that, it takes you to various publications that might be helpful for you to look at. They give you a lot more detail about certain things. So it'll refer to those in the program we're going to be looking at. So this is like what I was talking about here, this interview sheet. You can ignore that since we're not doing anything. But like publication 17 has a lot of information. Publication 4491. You don't need to memorize any of those publications. That's just the names. You can always look them up at any time. And then there's a whole bunch of forms and publications down here. So there's going to be probably more information than you really need, but those are just available for you if you need them. As far as the online program itself, you'll start and then you'll have a next column, a next button up here. You can see how many pages there are down here. And basically you just go through each one and it'll lead you through. So here's an example, the intake and quality review sheet. You can just ignore that since we're not going to be doing that. But if you go past that, it'll start talking. I don't know why this keeps popping up. You can ignore that. It'll be talking about information of who must file a return, who must file for people on dependents, a whole bunch of different kinds of charts you can click on and go through. So there's a lot of information here you can just go through. And as you go through it and start to learn it, then it has like little practice. These aren't anything I'm going to grade, but little practice things you can test yourself on to see if you're understanding the information. So you're just going to go through these as they come along. And I highly recommend you do these little skills and practice things that you see in here. And then the assignments I'll give you will be something else other than this. It'll come from a different source. But this is really good information, either that or those other publications I was talking about. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions on how to use this, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.